Hello and welcome back to Coldborough Park Farm. So, thank you to everybody who left a suggestion from the previous episode when I was doing the total mixed ration. I know I wasn't very good at it, so yeah, thank you again for telling me. But with your fantastic ideas, hopefully this time we should get a pretty good mix. And also, yes, thank you to everybody who said to put it inside the shed, as it would be more realistic. I agree. We'll have to put it in here. So this is the trough, just running down the side of here. I think what we'll do is we'll open both doors so we can just drive straight through. And actually, I don't think we have to close them again because the cows seem to be in here. They can't get through. So let's just try the good mix. And at least one person said to put the straw in last. Do the hay first, then the silage, and then the straw. The reason why it's a little bit tougher is because this mixer isn't exactly the same capacity as the base game mixer. So trying to perfect it is a little bit tricky. But I have confidence, or at least I hope I have confidence in today's attempt. Hopefully it is going to go quite well. But yeah, with the in-game one, what you tend to do is 2 hay, 1 straw, and fill it to the top with silage. But because the straw bale was being put in first, that is what was really messing this up. I think, realistically, for this mixer, it is just going to be the 1 hay bale. But we'll see. And actually, the second attempt I had before wasn't that bad. It was a mix. It was registered as... Hello, head cow? It was registered as power food. Yeah, they do some crazy things. I've seen them walk through walls before. They are very clever and mysterious. So that is the hay bale. Now for the silage. Should probably go in cab view more. Put this here. I'm always trying to perfect the sound level. And I hope this is loud enough, the tractor sound. Although, it does seem a bit quiet. I think I might increase it a bit for the next episode. But let me know. Right, okay. Yeah, we've got 36% here. That might not be enough. Let's just fill it to the top. So we know for sure. And before I do tip it all in, I'm just going to check and see how full the mixer is. Apparently, you can do total mixed ration without doing the straw at all. But I feel we should have it in there. And as far as I'm aware... FS17 doesn't let you do it without straw, sorry. So I don't know. I really don't know. Right, we'll put a bit in there. Let's check it. 44%. So yeah, I would say a full bucket load. And let's check it again. Okay, so hay is looking good. Silage could be better. But first, let's just put a tiny bit of straw in. I'm hoping to pick it up with the bucket. There we go. That should be a good mix, I'm hoping. But yeah, it is a tough one to mix, I think. How's that? Yep, that's okay. I would say the best thing to do is put a tiny bit more straw in and then a tiny bit more of the silage. Then it should be pretty much perfect. What I'm aiming for is having each of the bars in the centre, so I would call that a perfect mix. This is painful to watch. Let's just put this in, see how we go. And what we will do before we actually give it to them is we'll leave the mixer going for probably a minute or two. Even that isn't that long. So here goes. Tiny bit more silage. That should do it. And that should be a good enough mixture. I don't think we're going to have to do a second mix because this is already the second one we've done. But because it wasn't perfect, it didn't really give us much out of it. There we go. So, yep, that is pretty much halfway. Just a little bit less than halfway in every single one. but it is 93% full, so if there's anything else we need to add, I would probably go with straw. And that should do it. It doesn't matter if it's not 100% full. Anything is good. But now I'm hoping that is going to be pretty much a perfect mixture. So we'll turn that off, jump out, go over to our Deutz. I suppose a bit of straw there, not the end of the world. Let's get it mixing. Give it a really good mixture. Good mix. That is 95%. And I'm hoping this is going to work perfectly. We are going to drive around the other side and then come back through the shed. Let's just hope it fits in here. Good. And then I'll let it mix for probably a minute more, and then we can give it to them. Okay, that should do it. In it goes. Unloading. Let's just hope it fills the trough up. Yeah, judging by the rate that it is filling up, it really is indicating that it is going to require so much of the power food. But there is still 5,000 litres to go in. So it's a good start. Our cows are going to be very productive. They're going to require some water. That's not too bad. That is fairly full. I'm happy with that. Let's turn it off. And then we can park it up. Where should we put it? There is a pallet fork just back there, but I don't think we have a tractor for it. We should probably sell it. Unless, oh no, yeah, because the telehandler thing we've got here, it acts as a front loader, so it will support it. Yes, it will fit that, so that's okay. Okay, so let's just put this over here. We'll park it just to the side of the shed for the time being. There we go. And we're going to get into this tractor. No real reason for swapping over, it's just I've been using the Deutz quite a lot recently. And yeah, what we have to do is get our water bowser. We need to bring it over to the cows and give them their water. Pretty sure, at least it used to be, yes, this is over there, their trough. So where did I leave it? Let us try and find it on here. That's the one, and it is situated at Yatten Ridge Farm. Let's go and pick it up. Now we are in fact going to be replacing this tractor very soon. I'm not going to tell you what it's going to be replaced by, but it is on the way out. We're going to replace it with a very similar horsepower tractor. It will be newer and obviously a little bit more expensive, but nothing that is going to break the bank. Will be okay. We did of course spend most of our money last time on the cows. We did spend a lot of money. But we still have field number, I think it's field number 6 if I'm not mistaken. Oh no, field number 7. I was bound to get it wrong, but we still need to plant that field with, it doesn't really matter what with actually, it could be wheat, barley, canola, soybeans. I think it might be something like canola though. Canola is high profits, well at least it tends to be high profits, and we don't have to keep carting it too far because we don't get that much out of it. So yeah, I think that's what it's going to be. And then of course we'll be able to use our weeder, which I'm looking forward to. So it's likely going to be in the next episode when I upgrade this tractor. And here we are at Yatten Ridge. I always loved this farm. It was never in the Coldborough farm version 1 in FS15, or FS13 for that matter. But yeah, I think without it, this map would really feel like it's lacking something. Because it's the sort of place where you can go to which is out the way. It's a nice place. This is our water tanker. 87% full, which means we don't have to raid the pond. The pond does cost money, just the same as the water fountain or the pump, the water pump. I don't know why it costs money. I think it is an unavoidable issue. But technically, it is just rainwater, or water off the land, which is drained down from the nearby hills, which is obviously rain as well, but a little bit more purified. There is actually a mod, which is a very similar tanker to this, but it's bigger, and it is about the same price. So if you're one of those people who doesn't like going backwards and forwards to the same water fill point, trying to get enough water to maintain your cows, then that is probably a good mod for you. I think, it might be on Mod Hub. I have seen it. I can't remember exactly where it is. But yeah, it does save a lot of time. So you may ask, how long are you going to be playing this map for? How many episodes? Well, basically any map which was in FS15, I've sort of set a target of between 20 and 25 episodes. Some maps I'll do more on, and some maps I might do a little bit less on, but I don't think I will do. 20 to 25 is about right. If it's a new map to FS17, then it could be anything from 20 to 50 episodes. It depends how big it is, how well we progress on it, and how much I like it. So yeah, here we are. What we need to do is, I have overshot, we need to go round the roundabout and head back to the fill point, which is just in here. You can sell your bales in there if you want to. That is a sell point. Now, I'm bound to get this wrong, but which side do you fill up from? Let's try this side first. Yeah, I think I might have got it wrong. Yes, that is wrong. Let's try again. Yes, there we go. Filling up nicely. It'll probably take a lot of it, yeah, 44% left. They don't seem to take as much water as they used to. They have calmed down on it. But all we're left with now is straw, which is easy enough, and grass. I don't think we have any grass, but that can be easily sorted. So yeah, straw is obviously the number one priority now. Without the straw, there is no solid manure, which is something we really do need. Looks like the sheep are starting to produce their wool. Good to see, because it's worth so much money. But you need to have a lot of it. Right, okay, so I think what we need to do as well is have a sort out. This mower doesn't really want to be here. The best place for it is in the shed in the entrance to this yard. So, just get it moved. This is a much better place for our water tanker. We'll put it in here. That should free up some space. Brilliant. Okay, so we can now put the tanker away. I've got stuck on a mud guard, and it can go in here. In the ideal world, having 2 water tankers would be perfect, but it isn't that far to go to and from Yatten Ridge, so I think we can live with it, certainly for the time being. But yes, what we're going to do now is put this tractor back into the shed, put the bale spike on, get a bale, and hopefully just give it to the cows. I don't know if it works on this map. It certainly works with the pigs, but I don't know if it works with the cows. So we're going to have to try. Also, potentially, it could only work with the round bales. I'm not too sure. I've never done it with a square bale. But that can go here. Meanwhile, we'll pick up the bale spike and we'll give it a go. Also, the issue is finding the trigger. I'm aware of the beacon still being on the New Holland. Yes, we should probably turn it off. I'm good at getting stuck on stuff. That is not only going to drive me crazy, but also it's going to run the battery flat. Right, so here goes. Let's choose a bale. Being careful not to sell it by accident. This one looks good to me. Okay, so let's try and find this trigger. I think it's usually in the yellow and black box, which is just over here. Not necessarily here though. There are a few. So I don't think it's that one. We could drive through here. Keeping it low to the ground. Aha! There we go. So has that filled it to the top? No. They're going to need probably just less than another bale. But we have plenty to spare. This isn't our only storage of straw. We have more at Yatten Ridge Farm. Come on, Bale. You can do it. Don't sell. Do not sell. Sorry if I sound a bit gruff. I don't know why. I just do. Feeling absolutely fine, but yeah, for some weird reason I can't speak clearly. Right, that is good. They have everything they need except for grass, which we did. Yeah, it's hay bales we did, so that wouldn't work. We would physically have to cut some grass, pick it up, even if it's with a bucket, and then give it to them. But I think they have everything they need for the time being. They have their power food, they've got the straw, they've got the water, so they should be okay. We're going to now move on to a different job. Cleanliness of the sheep and pigs is not exactly great, but it'll be okay, just for the time being. Yes, being able to afford a bigger seeder would be perfect. It's just being able to afford it. So let's put this over here. We'll park it up for today, and I'll have a think about what to do next. Now, we certainly can't afford a new seeder just yet, but what we can do is we can fertilise field number 7. We have quite a lot of slurry, so that is what we're going to do. I have no idea how long it's going to take, but we have a pretty decent tractor here. Technically the tractor is too big for it, but just to save using the New Holland again, I think this will make a nice change. But yeah, the New Holland, like I say, is going to go, so very soon we won't be seeing it again very often, which to me is a shame, but I have to admit we do use it a bit too much. So here goes, a full tank, and then over to field number 7 to get its slurry spread, which will smell beautiful, providing you have some roses in the cab. Have the hens laid any more eggs? Yes, they have. They have picked 4 for us, 4 very nice eggs. Let us collect them. Good. Because we now know where to take them to, and I think before we got £91, which is not too bad at all. We just give them the loving gesture of running over them every time we see them. But it seems to work. You must stimulate the eggs or something, because we get more than ever every time we hit them. Now, I was driving this tractor in the, I think it was the cultivating episode, and I had a question saying, why does the John Deere have no dashboard at all? As far as I can make out, this particular model doesn't. I think this is right. They don't have any sort of heads-up display in front of you. It's always to the side. So I think what they were sort of asking was, is this tractor mod realistic? Is that how it should be? And I think, yeah, the answer to it is, yeah, that is right. I did my research, and I can't see why this would be wrong. I think the smaller John Deeres, and possibly the even bigger ones, do have them in front of you. But yeah, just this series, I think it is, just has them here. But any John Deere fans, please do confirm this for us. It would be greatly appreciated. I have sat in one which is like this, and it didn't have a dashboard here, so it makes perfect sense. I don't know the reason for it, but it is true, I think. Off we go. So this is working nicely. I was slightly concerned because I haven't touched this field since we updated the map version, so it could have potentially had an error in it. But no, it's actually really good. It's just a shame the spreader is so small. It is still going to take a while, but it's a job that has to be done, so I'm going to crack on with it and probably do a time lapse. Plus we may have to refill quite a few times, and if we do run out of slurry, it's okay because we do have an artificial spreader as well. It's just that'll cost us money. This is free, and when you look back at the field, it feels pretty big. Still, it will keep me occupied for probably the next half an hour. I don't know why it's showing up as green in the distance, but this is certainly changing that. I'm pretty sure this is all to do with changing the update and stuff, so yeah, it's changing the map version which did it. Seems to be recognising the previous crop type or something. Now, we haven't even done a headland and we're virtually out. So I think we've got enough for 2 more tanker loads. We can of course spread the fertiliser from our spreader when we have either more or when we have planted the crop. Artificial fertiliser I'm referring to. So yeah, let's go back, let's get a bit more and see how much we can do. Oh, I think I have misjudged the space in this yard. That was close. So I have decided as well that this map is now going to be the interactive map. We feel to have been lacking something since the Chellington map, so I really do think that this is going to be the best map for it. Plus I did a vote, and yeah, the majority of those of you who voted did in fact agree with this being the best. I almost crashed. This being the best interactive map. So yeah, the first day when we do something interactive is going to be next time. So there will be a vote at some point in this video. Please do let me know what you want us to do. Obviously it is money dependent, so if for example I say seed field number 7 and that wins and we can't afford it, what we'll be doing in the next episode is trying to do things to be able to afford to seed field number 7, if that makes sense. So it's going to be loosely interactive, but we'll always get everybody's vote done in one of the episodes after that vote. So yeah, I don't want to overcomplicate it, but that is the general idea. Here we are, load number 2. I will time-lapse this, but yeah, it's not going to take too long. If my calculations are correct, we should probably get back to maybe, yeah, probably about here actually, because this time around it won't take us long. So, let's see. As you can see, we have just run out of slurry. There is a tiny bit left over at the farm, but I don't think it's really worth going back for it. It would probably fill this about 25%. So what we'll either do is wait for more to be produced, which seems to be actually going quite well, or we'll just get the artificial fertilizer spreader and finish this off. I would rather do it with the slurry spreader though. It is better on so many different levels because, well, for a start it's free, which is always good, plus it's organic, which again is good, and well, I can't think of a third thing, but I'm sure there is one. So yeah, that is oh yeah, I have thought of a third one. We don't have to go and load up a load of pallets over at the store to bring them back to here, although actually my third example is bad because you can now fill it up here in a silo. So yes, basically organic is good but not always practical. So let's put this away in here. That is going to be it for today, but please do vote for the next job you want us to do, and we'll do it in a couple of days' time. There we go. Oh yeah, there was one more thing. When I was doing that, I noticed on the front of the slurry spreader, there's like an exhaust pipe. Does anybody know what this is for? Is it like a relief valve kind of a thing, or is it... Yeah, because it's obviously run off the PTO, so it's not like an exhaust for an engine. What could it be? Please let me know. If anybody does know, I would love to know the answer to it. But as for this video, that is it. Thank you for watching, and until next time, see you again soon. Bye for now.